to see me today. I'm Ren. This is the train song. Traveling north to find you. Train was beating the wind in my eyes.
So we asked you all a few questions for Ren, and we're just going to go through them now, so thank you. Right, what's been the best gig so far?
Apart from this one.
Good answer.
Yeah. Probably when I sang with Ners. I came on at Hackney Weekend, and it was just the most surreal experience of my life. Just bounced on stage and started singing with him, and singing Lauryn Hill's part, who's absolutely amazing. So that, yeah.
Have you ever thought about making music for a film, like a theme or something?
That's a good question. Well, when I was little, I was always obsessed with films, so it's probably had... there was a film called Return to Oz, and it's when Dorothy goes back to Oz, and she gets put in a mental asylum, and she breaks out and goes back to Oz. But the soundtrack's amazing, and I've been trying to get it on vinyl, but I can't find it. And that soundtrack was just like, I was just obsessed with it. So yeah, if the right film came along, I'd absolutely love to do that. Yeah.
Do you think you'd ever do theatre, maybe, as well? Or is that something that
Well, my mum was into theatre.
Oh, was she?
Yeah. Like, my first memory of my mum is she was in, like, a white wedding dress, and she played Lady Death, and she had blood dripping out of her mouth. So,
Wow.
Perfectly normal upbringing. So, maybe.
And your dad was a performer
My
as well?
dad was a pub singer in Salford.
And so he went on tour and...
No, he didn't go on tour.
Did he not?
He just did the local pubs and
did
got
he?
50 quid for doing 4 hours.
God, he must be proud of you.
Yeah. So,
But he taught you about performance, because you're quite shy, aren't you? But actually, when you get on stage, nobody would ever realise how nervous Ren was before even coming out here. I think
don't
it's
give it away.
amazing. Sorry, I'll cut that bit out. But it's amazing, your kind of presence on stage. Did he give you what would be your tips for people?
Well, I remember I was doing a gig ages ago, and it was for the Carteeners, and I was supporting them. And the Carteeners fans did not want a small girl with a crutch to come on stage. They wanted men playing guitars. And I went on stage, and I did the first night, and I said to my dad, they all booed me, Dad, and they weren't listening to me, and they were making fun of me. And he was like, well, you're getting paid, aren't you? And I was like, well, yeah.
Fair point.
He went, back against the wall, chest out, hit him. That is his saying. So
There you go. It's a good tip.
Oh, when I'm yours, let me in before it's too late, darling. No.
Who has been your biggest influence in music?
It's probably a bit of a surprise, but Stevie Wonder, actually. He was, my mum was absolutely obsessed with Stevie Wonder, and whether I liked it or not, all his albums, he's got this really weird album called The Secret Life of Plants, and it's really weird. It's like all plant noises, but...
What noises do plants make? Am I the only one who doesn't realise?
But yeah, Stevie Wonder was like... I was obsessed with him. I mean, any record, I kind of know every single instrument part and every kind of inflection in his voice. It's like a ritual of him. So I got to see him when I was for my 18th birthday. So I'd love to meet him, you know.
Well, let's get it out there. Yeah. Stevie, if you're watching.
I saw you smile and you thought you crossed the line, only to realize you never left the start.
What was your first ever gig, and where? Oh, and little extra here. Are you single? This isn't that? Like Match.com. This is MySpace.
First ever gig. With professionally, like when I got signed, or first ever gig?
First ever gig.
First ever gig. First ever gig was on my it's embarrassing. It was my Holy Communion, and I was 8, and I did a function with someone's birthday, and I got up and did kung fu fighting.
Wow.
Like with actions.
Do you think there's any chance of a cover?
Yeah, kung fu fighting. It's a good song.
It is a good song. Should we do it now?
I'm not single.
Okay. Do you enjoy being in the limelight? I know we touched on that earlier.
I like singing on stage because I feel like a weird confidence, which I don't feel in everyday life. Like I get this weird surge of like energy and stuff, power. But like this is weird.
What, right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, I feel it too. But I guess that's just adrenaline, isn't it? You get on stage and, I don't know why I'm talking like I'm a singer or something, but I can imagine like from being quite a shy person and also at school when you were told that you maybe weren't good enough for certain things and actually trying to get that confidence back. Yeah. How do you deal with the nerves before you go on?
How do I deal with the nerves? It's usually nervous excitement, so I do like vocal warm-ups, but it's just usually like screaming into my hand, and just sort of just run up and down and just be a bit of a knob.
Roll up and down on the floor?
Just sort of like run up and down and just it's just sort of hysteria. And then I'm like, I'm not going on, I hate this, I hate singing.
And then it's like a calm that comes over you.
Then I go on stage and I'm absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Cheers.